You ever feel like a blank canvas just isn't big enough for your ideas? I mean, for centuries, that was the reality for creators. But right now, something is fundamentally shifting. Technology is coming in and completely rewriting the rule book on what it even means to create. So, yeah, let's dive into this revolution. Forever, creativity was always defined by its physical limits. Think about it, a canvas has edges, a sculpture has weight, a stage has that fourth wall. These frames, these constraints, didn't just shape the art, they shaped how we even thought about art. But today, that frame has been completely shattered. Digital tech has literally blown the doors right off the studio. It's replaced that finite canvas with this infinite interactive dimension. The line between what's physical and what's digital is getting blurrier every single day, and that is the story of this revolution. In this explainer, we're going to follow the journey of the modern creator. We'll look at the tools they're using, the incredible worlds they're building, and the brand new challenges they're facing out on this new digital frontier. Let's start with the pioneers, the people at the very heart of this movement. And let's be clear, this is not some small niche group of artists. We're talking about a massive global community that's forming an entirely new creative class. So what's really powering all of this? At its core, it's a basic human need. Research from Meta AI drives this home. Creative expression isn't just about making cool stuff. It's about connecting with other people. It's fundamental to how we build communities and share who we are. And the scale of this is staggering. According to the Creative Class Group, an estimated 300 million people around the world now see themselves as part of the creator economy. That's a population larger than most countries on Earth. But here's the surprising part. For the vast majority, it's not about fame or fortune. Research shows that most of these creators are passionate hobbyists. They're motivated by the reward of making an impact and serving causes they believe in, things that are bigger than themselves. So what's making this explosion of creativity even possible? It's a new generation of what I like to call magic tools. Technologies that are taking art way, way beyond the traditional canvas. The two biggest headliners, virtual and augmented reality. VR, virtual reality, completely immerses you in a new simulated world. It's like putting on a headset and literally stepping inside a painting. Then there's AR, augmented reality, which keeps you grounded in the real world, but overlays digital elements on top of it. Imagine seeing a virtual sculpture in your living room just by looking through your phone. And here's the real game changer. The very act of creating is changing. Artists aren't stuck on flat 2D surfaces anymore. Now they're designing, painting, and sculpting in dynamic 360-degree environments, spaces you can actually walk around in. It's not just VR and AR either. AI is becoming a powerful creative partner. Take Meta's exploratory concept, Make a Scene, for example. You start with a simple text description, like a cat riding a bike, and then add a quick sketch to control the layout. The AI uses both inputs to generate a detailed image. This turns AI from a random image generator into a true collaborator, giving artists more control over their final vision. Media artist Rafik Anadol captured it perfectly. You are literally dipping the brush in the mind of a machine and painting with machine consciousness. It's a profound shift from just using a tool to collaborating with an intelligence. With these tools, artists are creating entirely new kinds of work. But where do they showcase it all? They're building the galleries of the future, and these galleries have no walls. Traditional galleries have always been gatekeepers. They're limited by location, wall space, and cost. Virtual worlds flip that model entirely. They offer global reach, unlimited space, and democratized access. Anyone with an internet connection can walk through the door. But in these infinite digital spaces, how do you capture attention? A massive study by Meta, Kantar, and Creative X analyzed billions of impressions and identified two key principles: intimacy and immediacy. Intimacy is about genuine human connection. Immediacy is about using dynamic visuals to grab attention fast. The data backs this up. Content with a human connection was 81% more effective, and content with strong visual dynamics was 74% more effective. So in this digital gallery, connection and motion are the keys to getting people to stop and look. It all sounds exciting. New creators, new tools, new galleries, But with this new frontier comes a whole set of complex challenges, and that raises a fundamental question. If a piece of art only exists as data, if you can't touch it or hang it on a wall, who actually owns it? How do you prove it belongs to you? The current solution is the NFT, the non-fungible token. Think of it as a unique, unforgeable digital certificate of authenticity and ownership. It's recorded on a blockchain, which is a super secure public ledger, and it proves that a specific digital file belongs to you and only you. But NFTs are only part of the solution. This new world is full of unresolved questions. How do we ensure everyone has access when VR hardware is still expensive? How do we preserve digital art when file formats become obsolete? And how do we make sure we don't just replace the old gatekeepers with a new class of digital elites? To address these issues, many creators are turning to a new structure, the DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It's a member-run collective with rules written transparently as code on the blockchain. DAOs allow communities to make decisions and manage resources without a central authority. And that brings us to the future these creators are building. A future not just about new art, but about new ways of working and supporting one another. One report on DAOs in the art world summed it up best. The goal is to activate a global mesh network of radical friendship. It's a powerful idea. A world built not on competition, but on mutual support, shared ownership, and radical care. So here we are. The tools to create entire worlds are more accessible than ever. The canvas is infinite now, and that leaves us all with one final question. What will you create?